Von Sinatra swing to Brando stage. Marilyn's grace to JFK's age. It's Johnny Russo, Hollywood's own. The Jeannie Raymond secrets are shown. Hollywood Godfather.
Welcome, everybody. It's time for another Hollywood Godfather podcast. And for all of you that we missed, Happy New Year 2026. Here we go again. We're in our 7th year. I can't even believe it.
I know, it's wild.
Now, I'm very close to Paul Anka, and I invite him to do a show. And Jeannie Raymond.
Hello.
Jeannie Raymond, my co-host, is with me, obviously.
Right.
And,
hello.
We got a nice note from Paul Anka I wanted to share with you all, because he's definitely coming on, but I congratulate him from all of us for all the accolades. Jeannie, read that note. It's a pretty note, a great note.
All right. Yeah, very sweet. It says, Gianni, have a happy and healthy new year. I will let you know a date. Jamming with success of the documentary film on HBO Max. A load of prior press. I have CBS Sunday Morning to do, People Magazine, etc. All loaded until I leave for vacation on January 23rd, but we'll find a space somewhere within. One of my team will be in touch, Paul Anka.
Isn't that great?
Is Paul, but yes, that's fantastic because...
So he'll definitely be on. And as we were reading that, our guest, one of our favorite guests who's in demand, Al Sapienza. Let him in.
Fantastic.
Perfect timing.
Absolutely.
There's that beautiful Jeannie.
Oh,
that beautiful Jeannie.
There she is.
And that beautiful Gianni.
Well, thank you. You're always looking fantastic. How you been? I see you on Instagram. You are busy.
Yeah, thank God.
This guy's the most working actor I know. And anything, singer, actor, performer, all around entertainer.
I'm just a fazul from Brooklyn.
A fazul.
What's a fazul? I don't know.
Pasta fazul. It's a pasta.
Fazul is a bean, but it's a slang expression like a moron. And now where I came from Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. It's all Palestinians. It was the most Italian enclave in Brooklyn with the best Italian restaurants. There's still some Italians there, but now it's all Palestinian. The United States is changing so drastically right in front of our eyes.
Let me introduce formally Al Sapienza, a good friend of mine for many, many years, and now with Jeannie's friend also. And he's a special guest. We've been getting requests for you, which I love.
That shocks me, but I'm very happy to hear that. I'm hoping that, I really appreciate you having me on this show. And I've been my blood pressure has been getting higher and higher. And I actually went to the doctor, I can't watch MS Now and Fox News and CNN without getting, really upset. I have a 12-year-old daughter, and I don't want to be mad at anybody anymore. And I don't want to be at odds with my super, super, super liberal friends in Hollywood, like Ray Abruzzo. And I don't want to be at odds with anybody because ultimately all of our goals are the same. All our goals are the same. And we're being torn apart and manipulated by politicians and by news networks, cable news networks. And can I just say one other thing? I wanted to start our meeting this way for a reason. I was at a film festival not too long ago, and there was a girl from Iran. And right now they're killing people on the streets because I know a lot of us hate Trump, and I know Trump has a lot of bad qualities, but thanks to him and his policies, the citizens are revolting again, just like they were before Obama and Biden gave them all that money. So they have no rights. They have nothing. So, ultimately, anyway, so I'm at this film festival and there's this Iranian girl. And she wanted to sing in a rock and roll band in Tehran. That's all she wanted. was to be in a rock and roll band and sing. And they arrested her because she's a woman. She's a woman singing in a band in public. They arrested her. I met her at a film festival. And there was a little documentary about her. So I asked my friends, and again, I'm not a goddamn, you can't label me. I'm not a conservative. I'd vote for John Fetterman in a heartbeat. He's a Democrat. I love John Fetterman. But I asked my friends out there, who is going to protect this girl? Who's going to protect this girl that just wants to sing rock and roll? Putin? Che from China? You know, the Romanians? No. The United States. That's our job. That's who we are. That's who we've been since World War I. To bring fairness and freedom and not be abused. But anyway, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I just wanted to start with that because I thought it's been on my mind.
Well, you know, it is incredible. And my friend and I were just talking about how really lucky we are to the things that we live with. And it's gone from appreciating it to whining about everything, you know. Right. And then there's someone like this. And
it's all over, Jeannie. Like, people don't realize we're too nice now. We're too nice. New York, everybody's smoking pot. You walk out, I walk out of my building. No, the whole island smells of marijuana. Does marijuana make you more ambitious? Does it make you want to work harder? Does it make you want to fix the world? No, it makes you. And then we all wonder why people voted for Mamdani. They wanted free rent. They wanted free, bus ride. America is about ambition. It's about productivity. It's about work. It's about personal pride in what you accomplish, not taking shit from other people because they're white and live in rich neighborhoods. Where did this fit in the equation of the United States of America? Where did I miss this? Because that was on the news yesterday all over, that his new appointee for housing says, white people own these are her words, not mine. You know what? I'm not white. I'm a human being that for 4 generations, we worked our asses off to come here and make money and own my property. I don't want to give it to somebody. And if I do give it to them, I should be able to tell them how many kids to have. If I had 1 kid because I couldn't afford it, why should my neighbor have 8 kids and I should pay for it? I don't understand any of this. And it makes me really
don't sad. Get too hyper. We don't want to have a stroke on the show.
I am going to have a stroke. And I don't understand it. I just don't get it.
No, I am completely in agreement.
It's so funny because I just came from Ireland and Dublin. I was there 2 weeks. I don't even understand how they're living, these people. The world is so controversial.
Yeah.
It's like nobody has a pattern anymore. Nobody's got a goal that they want to share with you. Mm-hmm. Everybody's on their own, and they're ready to pick fights with anybody.
I know. It's so bad. And the fact of the matter is, the citizens, the voters, we're 50-50, but we're all together victims. I forced myself to watch MS Now for 2 days. I wanted to watch because I wouldn't watch MS Now. I'm a Wall Street Journal reader and I watch Fox News. So I watched MS Now 24 hours a day. Every single commentator on the show and every banner is how horrible every single thing that Trump is doing. Like, look, so maybe 50% of it is horrible and 50% of it is good, or maybe 60% of it is horrible. We are exporting that to the world. We are exporting that. We don't know, it goes out on satellites. We're doing that. Network is degrading the United States of America. Forget who's president, forget Trump, forget anything. Everything
they don't respect anybody today. Nobody.
And they don't give us solutions. They don't tell us, they don't say, hey, why did one administration let in 12 million people without papers? And now this administration is trying to at least get those people with criminal records out. And some innocent people get sucked in. Like, they don't offer any solutions. They're just critics. And they're degrading the federal government of the United States 24 hours a day. it can't be good for anyone except for
Right.
them. They just, when they get their followers and sell their TV commercials. And all their commercials are about sick people with drugs. All their commercials are about on MSNBC. It's all pharmaceuticals like, oh, you're dying, take this. Oh, you got a heart attack, take that. It's a bunch of miserable people. Right? So,
I listened to a comedian 30 years ago that said something about he had something wrong with him, and they said, oh, okay, we'll take this. And he said, because it was, if he ate something, it made him sick. So he was going to take a pill so it wouldn't make him sick. And he said, how stupid are we? How about we just don't eat the stuff that makes us sick?
exactly.
It's amazing. So, okay, I don't want your temperature. We love you on the show, and I'm always happy to have you. So let's talk about something that brings a smile to your face rather than, you had
What projects have you been working on?
That's right.
I'll tell you, can I say just one more? I promise one more.
Yes, one more.
How long is the show, by the way? How long?
How long do you want?
No,
40
no,
minutes,
it's
whatever you
an
want.
hour. So a very dear friend of mine, and again, I don't want to have enemies, us against them. A very dear friend of mine, her son is a college graduate. He hasn't figured out how to make his way in the world financially yet, but he lives at home. And he told me he's absolutely voting for Mamdani. This is a kid who was good at calculus. There's so many things he could be doing, but he wants to go into the arts, and he's not successful in the specific area of the arts. So he basically his mother is supporting him, right? So he voted for Mamdani, and I asked why. And he said, because, Amazon doesn't pay enough taxes.
Oh.
And the millionaires, he goes, we need them to pay more taxes so we can have more opportunities and people can afford fair housing and everything. And I said, listen, go on Google and Google how much Amazon sold in the state of New York last year. I use Amazon every other day. My kid gets a package like twice a day. It's like, so I said, do you know how much sales tax Amazon has brought to the state of New York? You're not going to see that in the New York Times or on, the liberal stations. I said, plus, do you know how many people they employ? He goes, yeah, but they don't give them fair wages. I said, well, let them work on that. I said, but I don't know how to make a jet engine. Me. I don't know how to refrigerate food. I don't know how to build an air conditioner. So I love the 1%. I have no money. I'm rich. I work nonstop. I have to send my kid to a private school. My taxes are over $50,000 a year just in property taxes. I get nothing. Not even police protection when I need, if I call 911, they'll come. But I love the 1%. If I wanted to go to LA, I don't know how to make a jet engine. It would take me 6 months to walk there. So I respect those people. I respect Bezos and Musk. They're geniuses. I'm one of the masses. So they should be our friend, and we should want them in our state to spend their money and to hire people. It's too easy. So anyway, I'll change the subject now. I'll just talk about art. Okay. I'm very upset. Hey,
we're here to have fun with you, Al. We're here not to give you a stroke, but to enjoy your company. We don't want you getting upset. So I just thought, I know you sing. I'm always watching you, and tell me her name. I knew it.
Deborah Renard.
Right. I was going to call her Bev. You play the guitar as well.
Yes.
You guys are all over the place.
No, but he's
we're playing
so talented. I've seen him everywhere.
Thanks. We sang with you.
I know.
You sang, and I remember it was the first time you heard me sing. We were at some really cool place on Central Park South, and I do a song with Debbie. You go, wow, this guy can really sing. Like you thought I was gonna suck.
Yeah, no, you really. You don't just sing. You're a total entertainer.
Thank you.
The both of you are. And I've been seeing, as you know, on some even the shows we do together. You break out and do a whole act in the afternoons.
It's so much fun. It's fun. I love it. I love entertaining. And I also realized as I gotten older why I love it so much. Because I hate reality. Like what we talked about for the first 20 minutes, like when you're rehearsing, you're not in reality. When you're memorizing lines, you're not in reality. When you're filming, you're not in reality. When you're singing, you're in a fake world. I mean, what's better than that? And everyone's nice to each other and they're having fun and they're smiling and laughing. It's great.
You know, that's funny you should say that, because I was just interviewed while I was in Dubai. I mean, in Dubai. That was last week. I was just in
Ireland.
Ireland
You're singing, doing your show and your talk and everything with the book.
yeah. But the
Great.
thing is that they said, how come you're so happy? Because I'm on stage most of the time, not in reality.
Yes. So we share that. We share that same realization.
Right.
We're not in reality. Imagine sitting with these assholes and debating all day about Minnesota right now. Like, I'd rather be, doing a play.
You know, that is so true. I was just talking to my friend about that yesterday. I said, people who live alone and are so ornery and gloomy and Eeyore, and just have nothing to do but bitch and moan. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I get up at 4 a.m. I go to bed around midnight. I don't sleep much. And I am working or helping a neighbor or volunteering at Habitat for Humanity. I don't want to sit, and that's what people say. And well, why are you always helping somebody out? And I said, because that way I don't have to sit and worry about all the misery in my own life. I'm going to go enjoy every minute that I can. I don't want to sit around, and I'm sure as hell not going to watch whatever you're watching, because it stresses me out.
And you know what? You're too good looking to be unhappy.
You're so funny. Well, thank you. Well, should we take a quick commercial, Gianni? Put a break right here and then come back?
1 second. We'll be right back.
Okay.
First, well, you don't have to go anywhere. I'm going to say it out loud.
Oh.
On January 15th, I'll be at Goodfellas Restaurant in Garfield, New Jersey. Call right away. We're down to a few tickets. 973-478-4000. Plus, the end of the month, I'm all over New Hampshire, Connecticut, everywhere. Just call Hot Mike.
Event. HotMikeEvents.com.
Yeah, HotMikeEvents.com. They'll tell you where I'm at. I got 6 more dates this month. Fortunately, I'm trying to be Al and catch up to him with all these dates. That's my commercial. And my new book, Hollywood Godfather, Mafia Secrets, already became a bestseller. And I'm making an announcement right now on the air. Kensington and my distributor just asked me to write a 3rd book called Gangsters and Celebrities. So you'll be in this book, Al.
I hope I'm under the category of gangster.
Yeah. I'd rather
I want to be.
Well, you're both. You play gangsters and you're a celebrity. There you go.
That's right.
Oh, man.
So, Al, what have you been doing? Other than I see you singing, but what else do you have going on?
A bunch of stuff. Deb and I will be at the Fort Geary Hotel in Winnipeg, Manitoba. The Fort Geary is the sister hotel to the Plaza, the same architect. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, beautiful, 5-star. We played there once last year, and it's a delight. That's February 7th. Saturday night, February 7th, we're doing a pre-Valentine's Day show with the whole band and all the, the full show. Flying in Joey Melati from Vegas. And then we're playing in Boynton Beach, Florida, which is right by Boca, on March 21st. That should be a lot of fun. At the Coral Lakes. It's a gorgeous theater, 700 seats. And
I saw that.
Yeah, that'll be fun. And where else? And then I'm doing a new TV show. I have a nice part. It's called The Body on Netflix. And I play a bishop. Oh my God, I forgot my character's name.
Oh, I saw you in those robes. I thought maybe you wanted to get ordained and get out of this place.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to get in on the subway free. Without jumping the turnstile. No, I'm only kidding.
Do they ride free, priest?
No, I'm just joking. I'm just being silly. I don't know anything.
You'll get Mondavi after them next.
Right. No, Mondavi's just gonna open. He's just gonna triple our taxes. Me and you. We're gonna pay for everybody's bus ride.
He doesn't know I'm a citizen of Sicily.
Oh, that's smart. I'm like, I wish he was a citizen in Sicily soon.
Hello. Hello.
So they, what else? And that's on Netflix.
Is it on now?
No, it'll be on a couple of months. I have 2 more episodes to shoot.
Nice.
And then I'm on a show. I'm just on 3 episodes called Memory of a Killer. It'll be on in about 2 weeks on Fox, on Channel 5, the Fox network. And it's with Michael Imperioli. I play his cousin. And Patrick Dempsey plays a hitman.
Oh, wow.
And that should be a lot of fun. Memory of a Killer on Fox. And I think that's it. What else is coming on?
Plenty, as usual.
Right. So Al, a while back when we talked, you were doing a show about Anna Nicole Smith. Has that come out?
No, it didn't come out yet. It's a film. And it's called, oh my God, Trust Me, I'm a Doctor.
Oh, that's
Trust
right.
Me, I'm a Doctor. No, that's got like some really good actors in it. That's gonna have like a real release.
It's a film. When you say film, you're saying at the movie theater.
That's what it was made for, yeah. And I forgot. Oh my God, I can't believe it. There were big actors. Linda Hamilton from Terminator was one of the leads. That guy, the Indian actor, he's so great. He's so funny. What do you know what I'm talking about? He was in those crazy movies with the 2 guys, Harold and Kumar.
Yeah. I don't know his name.
Anyway,
but
he's great.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Well, yeah, I've
There's
been
some good
watching for that.
in this movie.
And that'll be in did you say that's going to be in the theaters?
Yeah, I mean, that's what they're hoping for. But then if you
nice.
don't get the distribution, then you go to, Netflix or whatever. And it's called Abby Cornish. She plays Anna Nicole Smith.
Oh,
And
nice.
it's a true story written by her.
Is that about that time when she was on the island?
Yeah, it's about all of it. It's about he was
When
her
she died.
doctor
I
the whole
remember
time.
that. I
And
remember.
so he wrote this story about her. And I like doing the movie. I played the crazy federal investigator that just wanted them all to go to jail.
Did anybody go to jail?
No, but I got confused in the middle of the movie because I was shooting 2 parts and I arrested myself because I thought I was a mafia guy. No, I'm only kidding.
You're hilarious. Oh, that's crazy. Still playing football, I see, because I stalk you a little bit,
Yeah.
I'm just being honest. So I saw you're still playing football, still singing. Your
Oh,
daughter.
I saw that. I saw he's out this Saturday.
I love playing
Cold
football.
weather.
I'm
You
an
guys
old
are
guy.
nuts.
I'm an old guy now. And I just play. And it's funny. While I'm playing, I don't feel anything because I'm having so much fun. You're
Right.
outside in the cold, crisp air. The sun's usually out, even though it's cold. You're running and catching the ball, and everyone has to be quarterback on every team.
Sure.
Everyone has to play quarterback. It's a
Rotate,
democracy. And it's a game that was founded by the New York Times. So they all hate me. It's a New York Times game. This game's been going on since 1964. Lyndon Johnson was president. And it's softball in the summer and touch football in the winter. So I play a lot of the times guys are still there. Jim Glantz, he has a lot of front page stories. Kenneth Overby, the science editor. Dan Waken, he's the editor of the arts section. And it's a lot of fun. But I don't feel anything. But then about an hour after I get home, all the pain comes in, but I don't care. And it just lasts like a day and a half. I haven't ripped anything. I'm just straining everything. But I'm
Let me ask
okay.
you a question. You're saying how old you are. How old are you?
I was just going to ask you.
You know what? As an actor, they cast you by age. So I don't want to say I want to play 50s as long as I can. Let's put it that way. As long as the most roles are 50 to 59. And a lot of times if they see oh, this guy's 75, I'm not going to have him in for a 50. But if they don't know how old you are and you have good plastic surgery and hair transplants and you exercise a lot, you can work for a long, long time. So
you've got none of those things.
I'll leave people to guess how old I am. And,
Well, we had already determined a while back you look great no matter what your age.
I'm old.
Well, that's how I feel some days.
Well, then, if you're old, I'm ancient because I just turned 83.
Oh my God, you look amazing though. You look
I turned
amazing.
83. I can't believe it.
And
It
you
is
live,
amazing.
not only do you look great, but you live a great life. You know,
Yeah.
you're performing, you're traveling, you're always doing something, you're always thinking, you're always creating, you're a businessman, you're writing books, you're living life to the fullest. I remember what
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra said right before he died. And you probably know this already. Somebody said to him, he goes, you know what? He goes, I don't, he was 83, whatever it was. And he said, I'm just guessing because I can't remember his age, but he goes, 83 years, when you lived a life like I lived, it was good enough. Like, you know, because most people are like, oh, I don't, but he lived life to the fullest every day of his life. He
I
had the
do it
best
every
of
day, man.
everything.
My oldest son is 65. He looks like my old brother.
Oh, Jesus.
I can't believe the guy. And he hates me. I said, why? He said, you're so happy all the time.
Yeah.
Why not? Hello.
That's right. You know
Yeah,
what? We're
why be
lucky to have that
miserable?
gene. And it's
That's
the
right.
productivity gene. This is what I try and tell everyone I know. Productivity equals morale.
Yeah.
Productivity
Oh, for sure.
equals, if you sit around, you'll start thinking like, is there a Jesus? Is there a Muhammad? Is there why was I born? And you'll jump out the window. Stay
Right.
busy and don't think about answers to questions that you can't answer.
No one can answer.
You don't think about this crap.
Well, I have a friend whose son said, well, I didn't ask to be born. You guys should have to take care of me. I didn't ask to be born. And I was like, oh, for God's sake. I just want, and I always tell people my dad was like John Wayne. Okay. And so you just are not wimps, I work my butt off and right now, so I work for the government during the day, I work for the veterans, and I have all this extra time because I'm always at work. So at the end of the year, I had 100 hours of use or lose. They're like, you need to use your leave. I said, well, I've got too much to do, So, and I'm like, I'm not giving that time back. So I've had so much time off, and I'm like, I would lose my mind if I didn't. Even today, I had to come home. I went in and everyone's like, what are you doing here? And I said, well, I'm sure the place is going to fall apart if I'm not there. That's the truth of it. However, they seem to be doing fine. But it was fun because they said, oh, thank God you're here, and they give me a list of what they need. But I thought I would go insane if I didn't have a job. I would go.
Oh, do you know what she does as a job?
She said she works with veterans.
Yeah.
That's right, man.
What did she do with the veterans?
And
have
that's
a
what I
great-
love about her, because what she does for our veterans, they had morale, and she takes care of them, puts the extra hours in. It's amazing. That's
Yeah.
how we met her.
Yep. And I love it. What I do, my department is people that come back that have served, and now they come back and they have some sort of a disability. It's called Veteran Readiness and Employment. So what we do is help to get them retrained so they can go back out and get a job doing something that's not going to aggravate their disabilities. And it is the most rewarding job. I absolutely love it. I get to meet them, and it is so fun because I know what we're doing. They get their ratings and stuff like that, or they get help at the hospital, but we're helping them move on into something new, and it's fantastic, and I love it every day. But
that's amazing, Jeannie.
Yeah.
You know what? Every day you make somebody's life better.
That's exactly.
That's incredible.
Not
only are you making somebody's life better, but these are people that put their feet and legs and arms and families and relationships on the line so we could have these idiotic protests. I hate this one. I hate that one. And abuse the First Amendment that they lose limbs for. And that's why I see this crap in Minnesota. It makes me sick to my stomach what went on. It's like you should be allowing people to do their jobs who are trying to uphold the law. And if not, come up with an alternative and do something better.
Exactly.
It's amazing you do that every day. It's amazing.
Well, it's very rewarding, and I love it. And I just think people, they've said there's so many veterans that work with me, and people will say, go around the room in whatever capacity and say, well, I'm a veteran. I did this and that. And I said, I wasn't a veteran, but I've been spending the last 20 years serving them now, and I'm very thankful and I'm proud to work there. I'm proud that that's what I get to do every day.
Fabulous. It's amazing. You should
Yeah.
be proud. You know what?
Well-
I'm gonna force myself to get a football injury so I can come out and have you take care of me.
Well, come on. I'm not a nurse, but
were you in the armed forces at all, Al?
Oh, I wish. If I had 3 lives, the next life I would go to West Point, I would serve, and then I'd go into politics if I had another life. And I'd go into politics not to make money, not to make side deals. My brother asphalt the highway to make America's future better for that. And if I had a third life, I'd want to be a professional football player. But I only have one life. Oh my God, I love football so much. I love it so much.
In our family, and I resented it for many, many years. In our family, the firstborn is given to the church.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So my older sister, she went into the cloisters and had a nervous
I can't see you
breakdown.
as a priest. Yeah. What if you were the first one? I can't. Can you imagine you as a priest?
I can imagine
St.
me.
Patrick's Cathedral.
No, but to me, no. You know why? I wanted to be Pope.
Exactly. You would have
That's
been
what
Pope.
I'd be doing.
You would have been renting out St. Patrick Cathedral to like events, and then you'd be in Rome before you know it. Having events in the Vatican.
I was so pissed at my grandfather that my sister came out first.
That's right. You would have been Pope or a top cardinal. Absolutely.
That's hilarious. How many siblings do you have, Al?
I'm the youngest of 5 children.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that either.
Yes, I'm the youngest of 5. We were a very close-knit family. The last couple of years, one moved to Daytona, one moved to South Jersey. My brother's in Connecticut. We don't see each other as much as we used to, unfortunately, but we had a great time growing up. We had a great time. It was like my house was an interesting house. My father he was a very New York, from Sicily, New York. He owned a famous restaurant in Brooklyn called the Lido Venice. The mayors used to eat there. My father was a character, really handsome. He was a character. He was always on the outskirts of society, if you know what I mean. He wasn't a mafia guy, but he was always coming up with a new plan. And my parents were both gorgeous people. They were both beautiful. And unlike all my Jewish friends, in my house, the parents came first. We were just appendages. My parents' fun and good time came first. And we were second thoughts. I'm serious. That's how I grew up. And all my Jewish friends, the kids came first, they had college education. My family was like, after they had fun, then they tend to us.
Well, it sounds like you did okay.
No, I love them and I miss them. My mother would, until the day this woman died at 92 years old, she'd run my lines with me for every audition and every job. I'd call her up and she'd run my lines with me every single time.
That's amazing.
She was
That
my
is
main.
amazing.
I spoke to her every day. I was very close to my mom. She was beautiful.
Where are you now, Al? Because your background is beautiful.
This is my living room
Oh, wow.
in New York. That's what you're looking at is the Queensboro Bridge. I'm the 38th floor. I'm almost a neighbor of Gianni's. I'm on 72nd.
Yeah,
And,
he's right. That's where we are.
Yeah,
We
this is
live
the
between
living room.
bridges.
Yeah,
We live between the bridges.
that's really funny. That's exactly right.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you.
You say that. Now you've got your one little daughter. She's 7th, 8th
12.
grader? 12.
12, and she's auditioning. She loves to sing all the time. She just loves to sing.
I heard her sing.
I don't push her. Yeah,
On one of your tapes, I heard it.
I wish I had pictures to give you or videos that we could include in this. When she was 5, Deb and I were doing a show at the Cutting Room, and Paul Haggis was there, Dana Delaney was there, Francis Fisher, and she surprises us. She just turned 5. She learned Girl on Fire with the Nanny And we're in the middle of a show. I just finished Holly Holy by Neil Diamond. And she's, Daddy, Daddy. And I'm just laughing. I don't get. So I'm like, I said to her, what, are you hungry? What's going on? She goes, I want to come up and sing. And this is like, the place is sold out. It's sold out. She gets up and she belts out, girl. She just turned 5. She was like this big.
God bless.
And that was, she has no fear. She has no stage fright. And she sings, she's sings in all the school shows and she loves it. She just loves it. She's got the.
Where does she get it from? She gets it from you. Hello.
Yeah.
I guess so. But when I had stage fright till I was like 23. You know that?
Really?
Oh my God. I had to lose my stage fright in Milton Gonzalez's acting class. I was there for 14 years. You know, so was Doris Roberts. Doris Roberts would study with him after she was a multimillionaire, won 3 Emmys. She studied with him for 29 years till he died. George Clooney was in my class. Patrick Swayze was in my class. Ann Archer, Anna Alicia, Kirstie Alley. It was a hell of a class. And that's where I met Deborah Renard. When I met her in class, she was already on Dallas for 4 years. Anna Alicia was already on Falcon Crest. Patrick Swayze was an unknown. Dirty Dancing wasn't until 87. And Clooney.
We know him now.
Yeah, he was
What
great.
movie?
He's a great guy. No, he was a great guy. And his wife was in our class too, Lisa Miomi. And anyway, it was Ken Norton was in our class, the heavyweight boxer.
Wow. Boxer was in your acting class?
Yes, and Ed Marinaro from the Jets, and he got on Hill Street Blues. You know,
wow.
Kenny Norton was in our class.
Jesus.
Well, Gianni, Steve Sharippa, he was your worked at your.
He was my doorman while he was at UNLV, University of Nevada.
No kidding.
Yeah, and I hired. Well, he was there the night I shot the guy from Pablo Escobar's guy. He was there. He couldn't believe it.
He was there when you shot a guy.
Well, I called him. I said, go over to table 7. He said, I ain't going over there, boss. The guy's crazy. I said, what do you think I got you for? You know, he's in a tuxedo.
Yeah.
He looks like a Mack truck.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't go over. I went over there. The guy slit my throat.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no, he stabbed the girl. Then he gave me 81 stitches. My chin was hanging.
God.
Well, that gave me the green light. So I put 3 bullets right between his head.
Oh, my God, Gianni, baby. Gianni.
October 28, 1989.
You got nothing on the guy who shot Mo Green. I mean, the guy who shot Mo Green's got nothing on you.
Well, the funniest thing is that I can remember when Coots, the cop, came to my hospital. He's like, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He says, the guy died. I said, what's the bad news? He's Pablo Escobar's underboss.
Oh,
I went down there. I got Noriega to get me to go see him. Oh, yeah. You're going to be seeing it in a feature film, all of this.
Wow. So
you ever hear of a guy called George Gallo? You know George Gallo?
Of course.
Well, George Gallo's doing a $50 million film on my life.
No, I know that already. I know he's been writing that script, and he wrote 29th Street. He's a good writer.
Oh,
I know
great.
he's writing your story. That's terrific.
Midnight Run. He's done a lot of big movies.
Yeah,
25.
Midnight Run was great.
It would be. I'll be calling you next year with a different hat on as a producer.
That'll be great. And one day I'm at Jerry's Deli. Remember the Jerry's Deli over the bowling alley on Ventura Boulevard? I'm there having a cheeseburger like 1 a.m. at the counter by myself. And Gallo's sitting next to me. And we just start chatting. And that's how I first met him. Then I saw him many times through Armand Mastroianni, the director. You know, he's a good guy too. But yeah, good for you. I mean, you have some story. You have an amazing life. And then being in The Godfather, that's the best movie, in my opinion, ever made. And, you know, you're in that movie and just all the things you've done. It's incredible. And you're still doing it. It's amazing. You're a very lucky man. You're driven. You know why I say you're lucky? Of course, you're handsome. Of course, you're smart. Of course, you work hard. But you have the DNA to work hard. And I really think it's DNA. Like my mother said,
that's all I had to do. You know, my first business, I was 12. I was selling ballpoint pens on the street as a cripple.
Yeah. Amazing.
It's crazy. Either you got it or you don't.
Yeah. My mom said that she had 5 kids. She goes, when you were little, you were already were into everything. You wanted to fix everything. You wanted to, because you were 2 and you wouldn't let me put blue socks on you. She said the other kids, I could have dressed them any way I wanted till they were 18. You know, she was like, you wouldn't wear blue socks, you know, before you know, it was like,
What was that about? Do you know?
I wanted black socks like my father.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, all right.
Well, there is just a difference. And, there's some go-getters that are kids that are young now, but for the most part, even just something as little as, like I said, I work all the time, but if I leave and I want to go somewhere during the day, I'm always saying, why the hell don't these people have jobs? I very rarely am off during the day. These people should be at work so I could get somewhere around town. But I'm like, how do you eat? How do you live with a roof over your head if no one ever goes to work?
Somebody else pays for it. It's the new syndrome, other people's money. You take the train for free. In New York, the train costs $1 billion. I mean, the buses cost $1 billion a year to pay all those drivers and unions and repairs and they expect it to be free. Nothing's free. Survival isn't free.
Exactly.
You know? Survival, there's a price to everything every day, and it gives you your self-respect.
There you go. Well, I'm just looking
you know
at
what the bottom line is? I want to know now, because I know we were going to say we have politics, but all Mondavi's free things, they just made the bus $3.
Yeah, they raised it to $3 the first day. The day he was sworn in. It was like,
I mean, I can't believe this guy nobody didn't take him out yet.
Well, that's what I was thinking. People have such strong opinions. I'm like, how does this guy get back in? Or how is he? Who's picking him? I guess all the people that want the free stuff are gonna rush on over to the voting booths.
You know what's very dangerous about him? This is what's dangerous about him. He's a phenomenal speaker. He's charming, and he knows exactly what so he's highly, highly intelligent, right? He knows what to say and when to say it. But what he is suggesting for New York City is horrible. Most people don't understand economics enough. They don't know American history. There was a thing on the TV the other day. They were interviewing people on the beach in Florida. They didn't know anything. They didn't know these are college graduates and seniors in college in bathing suits, these beautiful girls. They didn't know, couldn't name the states. We're in a very bad position right now. And what Mandami is suggesting, it's not congruent with the Homo sapiens species. If you believe in evolution, for the last billion years of the animal kingdom, if we're the head of the top of the animal kingdom, the head of primates and everything, it has been the smartest and the fastest. If not, you got eaten. So for a billion years, right? If you weren't smart and fast, you got eaten. You were somebody else's food. Now we have ethics and morals and religions, but it's the same basic factor. The harder you work, the more you will have. And how dare you say, I'm going to pick who to give stuff to and who to take it to. I would never say anything violent, but I want to strangle that guy when I see him speak. And he's dangerous because he's so charming. And he makes it sound, what he's saying is total bullshit. It's the antithesis of personal success. It's the antithesis of a successful society. It's the antithesis of what human beings should be doing. We should be thriving and be productive and working hard. And how dare he go, oh no, white people. Imagine if we said that about black people in this day and age, or anybody. It's racist and horrible and ignorant and stupid. And we should be better than that. And he's punishing people for having degrees and working hard and not having 15 children and taking care of your kids. So we should be punished because we didn't do drugs all through college. We actually studied and got good jobs. Anyway, makes me sick.
And that's the thing. Even the three of us, I'm looking at the three of us, and we're not sitting around wasting time. And we are not looking for handouts. Number one, I thank God every day that I had a mother that worked her butt off. You know what I mean? She raised 5 daughters pretty much by herself. I don't know how she did that. But, no one had to say,
Well, I want to give you a clue.
They all look like you?
Oh,
Jeannie, she didn't have 5 daughters without 5 guys.
No, she had one. No. No, but what I'm saying is we just all knew that we all work hard. We watched her. She worked very hard, and so, she raised all of us. My mom, I was probably one or two when she got divorced. So, I mean, she had a handful of people, but she always worked. She always looked fantastic, classy lady. And it never crossed my mind that I wasn't going to work hard. And I owe that to her because it just was what we did, And I think with the three of us here, we don't waste opportunities. If we don't have something to do, we'll certainly find it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the vitality and keeps us happy and healthy as possible.
That's my mom when she was like 60.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful. You should have seen her when she was 30.
Wow.
She was gorgeous. And our parents, and again, there's 5 children in our family, like there's 5 children in your family, Jeannie. Our DNA is very, very different. We're all very, very different. But the basic ethics and standards we got from our parents. And if Mandami was a good human being, he would, and he made that. I watched his acceptance speech from beginning to end, believe me. And his idols were de Blasio and Dinkins. LaGuardia, I agree with. LaGuardia was an amazing mayor, and not because he was Italian. He changed the city just like Giuliani did for the better. But why didn't he also say, all right, so we're going to tax the rich but you, the poor, you have an obligation to work hard. You have an obligation to put yourself out of poverty, and you have an obligation to not have a child unless you can support that child. So why should we make your neighbor support him? You have to be better too. Why didn't he say that? Why doesn't Bernie Sanders say that? You have an obligation and responsibility when you're born. You have an obligation not to be a burden to the United States of America. They don't say that. They're full of crap. Bernie Sanders has 3 homes. Elizabeth Warren has 2. AOC went there broke, and she has her disclaimer now. She has $13 million. These people are full of crap. They're going to live like Republican millionaires, but they want everybody else to tell them what to do. I don't know one socialist that isn't rich. I don't know one socialist that isn't rich. They want everybody to have no money and live on the thing and live in public housing and go to public tuition, but they're all rich. They're just egomaniac, power-hungry freaks that are not congruent with society or success. I don't like them very much.
I think we got to end the show because your blood pressure's getting up. You're starting to turn my color.
I know, and I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't let this politics get to me. It's so stupid. I can't do anything about it except vote once a year anyway. So it's just dumb.
Well, what I like about it is you're saying common sense things. You know what I mean? That we should all take care of. But who knows? And we do. I have little grandkids. Gianni has grandkids.
I got great grandchildren now. Forget about it.
Yeah.
Let me show you one more picture of my mother. She was beautiful.
Wow.
Beautiful.
God bless.
Can I tell you before you end the show? Can I tell you one more story about my mother? So my dad, it was as good looking as her, but a guy, and he knew how to make money. But he was inherently a little lazy, but he was super smart. So he always knew how to make money. So my mother tells me she never worked. And she had a job. She was a model in New York City. But in those days, modeling was in person. You went to the garment district, you modeled all the new lines of clothing for the buyers. Right. She had her first job. She's at work. And he goes, all right, you have to work 4th of July. And my mother's like, I can't work 4th of July. Well, I'm going to the track with my whole family. You should go to the track to bet on it. And he goes, no, you have to work. She goes, I'm not working. She goes, I'm going to the track. We already have family plans. It's a holiday. He goes, you don't understand. You have to work. We have big clients coming from overseas. And he goes, if you don't work, you're fired. She goes, fine, I'm not working. That was the last time she had a job. And then when she was like in her 60s, my sister had a clothing store. She worked a little bit just to hang out with my sister. But my mother's work ethic was let my father pay for everything.
Girl. What, the racetrack? Horse racetrack?
Yeah, when she was going to the track. In those days, everybody went to the track. They went to, and then if you had money in the summer, you went up to Sarasota.
Oh,
was
there
like
you go.
George.
Oh, wow.
That was a big track. I swear.
Let me tell you a secret, Al. I told my son he was staying in Florida by Gulfstream. And I said to him, I'm like, son, if I lived this close to that racetrack, I'd have to quit my job. I'm with your mom. I'd drop everything to go to the track. All right. So just before we go, what's the next thing we're going to see you on, Al?
All right. Remember, look for
The
The
Bishop?
Body on Netflix.
The Body.
On Netflix. That'll be a couple of months. And in a couple of weeks, the third week of January, Memory of a Killer. Patrick Dempsey, Michael Imperioli, Al Sapienza, and that'll be on Fox. And I think my character's introduced the second or third season episode.
So what are you playing a bishop in? Is that the body? Okay.
Yeah.
That's
about a Catholic school in upstate New York. It's about the dance team in the school, and a lot of interesting things happens in that Catholic school. And one of the girls gets
no, Al, are we going to be mad at you?
I'm not the greatest priest.
But hey, you're a good-looking priest, so hey,
thank you.
It's not all your fault, probably.
As usual, Al, you didn't let us down. Thank you so much. Happy New Year to you.
Thank you, brother.
Continued success. We'll be in touch, obviously. And what else can I say?
Thank you for having me. You're an amazing human being. I'm serious about that. And stay happy and healthy. And I hope I see you soon, real soon.
You will, anytime you want. Thank you.
All right, brother. Thanks
All
a
right.
lot. Bye,
Thanks, Al.
Jeannie.
Goodbye,
Happy
my
New Year,
dear.
everybody. Have a
Right
great
back.
2026. Have a
You
great,
too.
happy, healthy 2026.
All right.
thank
Get
you.
your blood pressure down. Turn the news off.
Sniff you later.
There you go.
All right. Bye, Al. Thank you.
All right. See you later. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
I don't know how to shut this thing off.
Slam the lid.
I can't figure out how to shut it off. Forget it. All right.
Don't worry about it. Jeannie, who do we have to say goodnight to?
Oh, Jose. Jose, we love you. Thank you, Jose Gamma. Al, he's our #1 fan. He's always listening. So
And I have a new nephew that I met in Dublin. Johnny is watching us all the time now.
Johnny, baby.
And Jose, God bless you.
That's
God
right.
bless you all. Thank you. See you next week.
All right. Good night, everyone. Thanks again,
night.
Al. All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.